I'd like to welcome those of you that are online, those of you that are here. We are so glad that you are here. Recently, I was watching a talk by a professional, PhD, written books, talking to thousands of people. And the advice that this lady gave, when I heard her strong suggestion of what someone could do, I lost it. I was like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. This is horrible. This will blow people's lives up by the expert. So you and I live in a world where experts will give advice that will lead to harming us. Bad advice. Now let me give you a small one. This is not going to blow up your world, but it's something we've all heard and we could all communicate and we could all finish the end of the line. I'm going to ask you to finish the line. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never what? Words will never hurt me. Not true. Not true. Proverbs says death and life are in the power of the tongue. A 10-year-old little boy has heard some hurtful words that were said over him, like, "We never wanted you. We wish we never had you. You're a failure. You're a loser. You'll never amount to anything in life." And if that little 10-year-old boy took those words and said, "That's true about me," you can fast forward 30 years later, and now he's a 40-year-old grown man, and he's still bleeding from the wounds and the lies that were spoken over him when he was 10 years old. 10 years old. The reality is, we are all wounded. Unless you're a robot. Unless you have a heart of stone. We've all been hurt. We've all been wounded. I say it this way, we're all jacked up. We dress up, but we're all jacked up. Sorry for jacks in the room. No offense. We are hurt and we don't even know it. It ekes out of nowhere. A sudden burst of anger, like, whoa, where'd that come from? If you want to live an extraordinary next 12 months and an extraordinary year, you got to get what I'm talking about today. You need healing. You need healing. We all need healing. Not a one-time event, an ongoing, repeated event. Now, today is Recovery Day, and what we've been doing is we're walking through this ancient document that's 3,000 years old that is profoundly relevant to all of our lives and so deeply practical in sound, wise advice for all of us. Psalm chapter 23. This needs to be about 5 messages. In the future, I'm going to do a message, deep dive. So I'm going to try to stay on my notes and try not to chase too many rabbits. Okay, you guys ready? Let's say go. Psalm 23, the Lord, Yahweh, is my shepherd. And because the Lord is my shepherd, I have everything that I need. I shall not want. He makes me lie down. Stop producing. In other words, my value and my significance and my worth doesn't come from what I produce, what I accomplish, my achievements. No. The shepherd wants wholeness. So because he's after not just your production, although you are to work, I can't chase everything. He makes me lie down in green, lush pastures, not barren pastures. He makes me lie down saying, hey, child, you need to rest because I want your wholeness, your heart. He leads me beside still waters because sometimes we need to sit by the quiet waters so that we can have peace for our souls. We have such a wrong perspective of God. Hard taskmaster, rules, duty, accomplish. That's not God. You are seeing him so wrongly. That's another passion. We don't see him rightly, and that impacts us. Stay on your notes. Okay, verse 3. He restores my soul. Everybody say restores. He restores my soul. Who restores my soul? Who does it? We're going to talk about that in a second. Now listen, the writer, David, when David writes this, he's not writing from quiet comfort. He's not writing this from like the palace. He's got his latte sitting by the fireplace with like just the warm, he's not writing this from some cush palace where there's no resistance and no challenge. Oh no, King David writes this in the middle of a war zone, and he's been a warrior. He fought Goliath, and he fought hundreds and hundreds of battles, face to face, sword to sword, for days and weeks. And how many times did King David walk home limping, broken ribs, his eye busted shut so tight, black eye, that he can't even see out of it? Cut, broken, limping, wounded from the battles, bleeding all over the place, bruised inside and out. But this is not just his story. This is our story. We dress up and we smile. We say we're just fine. It's all of our story. Our souls have been wounded, hurt, rejected, abandoned, stomped on. Hurtful, evil words spoken over us. Some of those things, some of those words, we took them and said, yes, that's true about me. And now we live from that, and we don't even know. Words not spoken to us. Maybe an absent father didn't celebrate you, didn't speak words of life over you. Words never spoken and harsh words spoken to you. And I could keep going. The pain is real and the ache is real. Now, what about you? See, your soul, if your soul had a physical body, where would you need some healing, some bandages, some stitches? Dallas Willard, I love what he said. He said this in the quote of Dallas Willard. He said, your soul, I think we have that one. Dallas Willard said, your soul is the deepest part of who you are. Not your emotions, not your mind, not your body. The soul is what integrates all of these, and it can be in a condition of utter disorder. I would say fractured. So where do you turn when your soul is hurting? Like, what do? I'm so convinced. We don't even know how wounded we are, number one. Number two, we don't know what to do. Or if we do know, we don't. Where do you turn when your soul gets wounded? Often I think we just stuff it. Why? We have things to accomplish, jobs to do, meetings to attend, phone calls to make, work to do. Someone hurts you, says some hurtful words over you, you stuff it and you move on, because that's what we do. We just move on. We accomplish, we produce, or maybe we go to a motivational speaker, like Chris Farley, motivational speaker who lives in a van down by the river. Self-help book. Or maybe we revert to like accomplishment, success. If I make more money, if I have a bigger house, if I achieve more things, if I buy a new toy, I'm hurting. So now I've got to do something with this pain that I feel. So I buy it, or I look at porn, or I start drinking too much, or I turn to 1,000 different options to try to deal with the wound that I am struggling with. A real hurt, a real wound. And there is only one source. There is only one healer. God makes Adam. He takes dust of the ground in Genesis, and he breathes into Adam the breath of life. And it says that Adam became a living soul. There's only one that knows your heart, knows the wounds of your soul. And there's only one that can surgically and precisely heal your soul. Only one. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. He restores my soul. Only one. You know, remember the Israelites were in bondage to Pharaoh for 400 years. 400 years they were in bondage. Evil, evil guy. God sends Moses to deliver the Israelites out of bondage. And God tells Moses in Exodus 15:26, I am the Lord, your healer. The original language there is Jehovah Rapha, that God is the healing God. Not only does he save you from damnation, from your own sin, but he wants to be the healer of your soul. To bandage all of those cuts and wounds and brokenness and fragmented and fractured stuff that you keep stuffing and never dealing with. The reality check is that your soul is wounded, cut in 1,000 different ways. And one of the primary ways is relationships. Now, relationships can be an amazing source of joy and life and beauty and laughter. There's nothing like it. We were made by community and for community. A triune God made us in his likeness and in his image. We need one another. Relationships bring unbelievable joy. But also, on the flip side, relationships can bring unbelievable hurt, wounds, scars, deep pain. People hurt us on accident and on purpose. We hurt people accidentally, and we hurt people on purpose. Now, 4 ways to block healing. 4 ways to block healing. Number 1, or sabotage healing. 4 ways that we sabotage healing or block healing. Number 1, the danger of denial. The danger of denial. You know, the old Clint Eastwood approach to suffering and pain. Suffer in silence, bite the bullet, pretend it doesn't hurt. Oh, that doesn't hurt. Danger of denial. And here's what we think. We think time heals all what? Time heals all wounds. You know, so many marriages are destroyed because there's untreated wounds that don't disappear. They just fester. We deny it. We excuse it. We overlook it. We don't address it. And procrastination turns minor problems into major ones because they fester and they grow. Now, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to challenge you, I'm going to stretch you. And I hope you'll do this. Probably, I don't know how many will or won't. I don't know. Here we go. You up for a challenge? You up for a challenge? Yeah. All right, let's go. Here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. This is what I want for you. Next time you're in a painful situation, something painful, just track with me, just stay with me, okay? Next time you're in a painful situation, I want you to ask this question. Courageous question. Why does this hurt so much? Well, I know we'll get to them in a minute. Let me tell you, Eric, I know, we'll get to them in a minute. You. Why does this hurt so much? Number 2, here we go. Ready? Number 2? Everybody say number 2. Here it is, number 2. Number 1, why does that hurt so much? Number 2, in this conflict, oh, this is good. Here's what we want to do. I'm a victim. Look what they... Okay, I know. We'll get to them in a minute. We'll get to them in a minute. Number 2, here it is. What is this exposing in me? This email. You got the email and you're like, oh, all this pain. Here's what I want you to ask. Why does it hurt so much? And what is this exposing in me? Courageous question. What is this revealing about me? I dare you to ask it this next week, because you will be hurt. Things will happen. Why does this hurt? What is this exposing about me? What unhealed wounds do I have? What is this really saying about my heart, my soul? We'll get to them in a second. We're going to get there, I promise. I want you to ask those questions. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to tell your spouse. I just want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to say, why does this hurt so much, and what is this exposing in me? Number 2, here's what we do. Here's how we sabotage healing. Number 1, we deny it with the danger of denial. Number 2, we escape. We run away. We run, we escape. We run from problems like the Forrest Gump movie. Run, Forrest, run. We just run. We don't want to face anything. We stuff it and we run. You know, it's not an accident that all doors in public buildings open outward. Why? Because when people experience pain, they run. Run away. We run away from pain. Now, we may not run physically, but here's how we run. Someone says something to us and we feel really uncomfortable. So do you know how we run? We're adults. We're sophisticated. We know we can't just get up and run away. So here's what we do. We deny. We blame shift. Oh yeah, let me tell you about you and what you did. We blame, we deny, we excuse, we stuff, we pretend, we pose. And it's like pouring gasoline on the conflict. Okay, what situations do you run from? And how do you run? Will you own it? Will you look at it? Will you humble yourself and look at it? Or do you deny, excuse, blame? What do you do? You don't have to tell anybody. I just want you to look in the mirror. Number three, we hide our hurt, stuff it. That's what we typically do. Dr. Ed Smith's a guy that's helped me profoundly. He wrote this, and I don't think it's up there. He said, people are not fully aware that they need healing. They've lived with their wounds so long that the wound becomes wallpaper, and they no longer see it. This is just who I am. Wallpaper. What is in your life that's wallpaper? See, the chief obstacle to our healing is this self-protection. Or sometimes we get angry and we explode. Now, anger is a secondary emotion. Now, we can admit when we're angry, but we have a really hard time admitting when we were hurt. Why? It's safer to be angry than it is actually to reveal my real anger, because it's really this. But this requires me to be vulnerable and honest about the real hurt. So anger is safer, because now I'm powerful and angry, and this is how I do things. One of the biggest problems is that with those things is that our soul still remains unaddressed, unhealed, operating from deep wounds and lies and hurts. And it will come out. It will eke out somewhere. Number 4, don't resent it. Don't resent it. See, resentment hurts you more than it will hurt any offense that has been done toward you. And if you want to move from woundedness to wholeness, from fragmented to wholeness, you've got to stop running, you've got to stop hiding, and you've got to stop resenting. See, your soul is the most important part about you. We need God to heal us. So what do we need to do, Eric? What do we need to do? Okay. Number 1, when someone in a relationship hurts you, Jesus says, go to the person. Well, no, I don't want to do that. I want to talk about it. I want to gossip about it. I want to talk to 10 different people about No. Jesus said, if someone hurts you, go to them. Now, if you go in anger and you want to punch them in the face, they know it. If revenge is your agenda, they know it. So you got to calm down. Try to calm down a little bit. It's not wrong to be angry, by the way. It's not wrong. Even God was angry. It's not wrong to be angry. If you're a robot, you won't feel anger. If someone harms my kids or my wife, I will be angry. Okay, I can't chase that. All right, so you get the point. The point is, so Jesus, if someone offends you, go to them. Matthew 18, here's what he says. I think we got that verse. Matthew 18, Jesus, if your brother sins against you, go and show him his fault just between the two of you. And sometimes when you go and you talk about it, they're going to say, hey, you know what? It was just a misunderstanding. I really didn't mean that. It was a text or an email. I really didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. It was simply a misunderstanding. That's the easiest form. And by the way, your goal is not to win the argument, because you can win the argument and still lose. You ever been there? I have. Okay, Matthew 18:15. Jesus says, if your brother sins against you, go and show him his fault just between the two of you. If he, what's the word? Listens. If he listens, if he sees it, if he hears you, you have won your brother. Here's what happens. Someone comes and says, hey, I want to have a conversation about you did something. And here's what happens. Pride goes up, ego goes up, walls go up, and we don't listen. We attack them. We don't listen. We attack. We blame. Self-protection self-focus. It's all about me. You're making me uncomfortable, and I don't like it, so I want to attack you. So we blame, deny, get angry, but we won't hear it because what would that mean about me? I couldn't live with myself if I realized I actually did that. That's too scary, too ugly. I don't want to look at it. Makes me uncomfortable. But Jesus says, if we humble ourselves and listen and see it from their perspective, you've won your brother. What do you do when confronted? What do you do when confronted? Will you humble yourself and actually look at it, or are you going to fight and punch back? What do you do? Number 2, let the shepherd settle the score. Don't try to get even. I know our natural human intent, it's like you hurt me, and now I want to make you feel the hurt that you hurt me with, so I want to get you back. I want revenge. You hurt me, and now I want to hurt you back. That's what human nature is. But don't do that. Psalm 23, a few verses down. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Listen, sheep are defenseless. Sheep are defenseless. There's so many enemies that sheep have, like wolves and coyotes, bears, snakes. They're defensive. Sheep can't defend themselves. They're not strong. They're not powerful. They don't have teeth. They don't claw. They're not even fast runners. Like a little sheep. Big old bear comes, like, boom, he's dinner. Like, it's like no match. He needs a shepherd to come and protect him. So someone hurts us, we want revenge. We want justice. That's not right what they did to me. And I agree, that's not right what they did to you. I'm not saying what they did to you is right. Romans 12 says it this way, never pay back evil for evil, never avenge yourself, leave that to God. For he says he will repay those who deserve it. Now, I'm going to talk about the debt of anger versus the freedom of forgiveness. Okay. The root of anger, the root of anger says this, is the perception that something was stolen or something was taken from me. And it could be a million different things. Reputation, hurt, peace, a whole lot of things could be taken from you, which means that you owe me. You took something from me, and now you owe me. So a heart filled with anger is waiting to be repaid back. I'm angry at you because you took something, stole something from me. I'm angry, and now I'm waiting for you to pay me back. The problem is some things can never be undone. They can never repay you. But in simple terms, a hearted anger is looking or waiting for repayment. What's interesting is Harvard Business had a deep study on forgiveness. And here's what they said. When you forgive, Harvard Business, when you forgive someone, you have lower stress, lower anxiety, better emotional health, and stronger relationships. Harvard Business confirmed what the Bible has been saying for a really long time. Listen, in simple terms, let me just say it this way. Holding a grudge hurts you. And if you want to flourish, you cannot hold on to every grievance done toward you. Oh, you can. You absolutely can. I'm just encouraging you to not do that. Because holding a grudge hurts you. Forgiveness is the pathway to freedom. Forgiveness doesn't mean that it's okay that they hurt me. Forgiveness is not saying what you did was fine. Forgiveness is not denying that it hurt. Forgiveness is not denying the hurt. It's not saying it didn't hurt. No, no, no. Here's what forgiveness is in simple terms. I'm a simple guy. Simple terms. It's I no longer am collecting debt from you. Yes, what you did hurt. It crushed. It was awful. But I'm releasing the settlement. I'm no longer holding you culpable. I'm no longer waiting for your repayment. I'm releasing that to the sovereign, ultimate judge of the universe. God, I give that to you. I release that. And maybe you need to write that out. You need to write maybe 10 pages. Get it all out. Get it all out of that bottle. Get it all out. Write it. Face it. Own it. Be real. Don't pretend. Tell him. This is what was taken from me. And I release it. God, you deal with it. I give it to you. I'm no longer waiting for payment. The next question is this: how is your soul? What hurt? What wound? What forgiveness? What baggage? Dallas Willard, grace cannot enter a soul that is still trying to manage itself. See, grace flows. Grace flows into open hands, not clenched fists. Open hands, open hearts. Not pretending, not denying, not excusing, not spinning. Open hands, open heart. See, your soul is designed for God to heal it. He's God-powered, like gasoline is for a car. Jeremiah said, "Heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed, and save me." What's one wound? What's one wound? What's one wound that you this morning will have the courage to release to Jesus and invite him to heal you? Not 100, not 10, just one. What's one? What's one? And then tomorrow morning, God, what's one wound that you're exposing in me? Tomorrow, when I throughout the day, God, what do you want to heal me of? What do you want to bring to my attention? What are you surfacing? God, I'm yours. God, heal me tomorrow. And then what if you did it the next day? Hey, God, what's one thing you want to heal in me the next day? And then the next day, God, what do you want to heal in me? What do you want to teach in me? Listen to me. Spiritual maturity and healing are not equal. You can be a biblical theologian. You can have all the Bible knowledge, but have inner healing that is not restored. Theological knowledge doesn't equal emotional availability. And it doesn't equal a healed heart. Ashley, my youngest, when she was in 4th grade, girls said some hurtful things to her and really hurt her. She was really sad by the hurtful words spoken over her. And she was outside at recess, and she went over to the little bench, and her heart was broken. And she prayed, "Dear Jesus, would you catch my heart? Would you catch my heart? Because it's broken right now. It's so hurt right now. Jesus, I invite you into this hurt." And you know what? He did. And this last week, there were some girls at the lunch table that were saying hurtful, mean things to her that she never did. And she was so hurt. And she ran to Jesus. She told Laura about it. And at the dinner table, we were talking about it. And we said, "Hey, how's your heart? That was so hurtful, those girls doing to you." And you know what she said? "It's all better because Jesus healed it." Jesus healed it. She didn't stuff it. She didn't deny it. She didn't run from it. She didn't excuse it. She didn't blame it. She invited Jesus, the only one that can heal. Would you bow your heads with me this morning? What's one wound, one thing that you need healing from, and would you invite Jesus to catch your heart? Your heart. Would you take a few minutes and have the courage to go there? We're going to be still for a few moments. Jesus says, come to me, come to me, come to me. She had an encounter with Jesus. Ashley had an encounter with Jesus that healed her heart. And Jesus wants you to have an encounter with him so that he can heal your wounded heart. You're way more wounded than you have any idea. I promise you. We all are. But there is a healer, and he has a name. He's Jehovah Rapha, the healer of our souls.